I usually sit right where that stool is and rotate between playing drums or writing stuff on keyboard or mixing.
Okay.
And then I've got all my sound panels I built, and I tricked them out with the tape lights. I just didn't turn them all on here.
Yeah.
But and you might like this. If you look down in here, this little rack right here, it's designed for 500 series, things like preamps and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This one right here,
Uh-huh.
I just built this from a kit and completed it yesterday and plugged in, and it works, and I couldn't be happier.
Hey, all right. Nice.
And to go completely nerdy on you, it's hang on, I want to rotate. Here we go. Yeah. It's basically to the same specs as an API.
Okay.
But it's got a transformer in it that brings a little bit of a Neve quality on the low end. Okay. So it's not exactly a bad couple of qualities to have into one pre.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like,
so that's just a single pre?
Yeah, but
okay.
Another drummer I know here in town who does a lot more remote recording than I do. I keep getting busier, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But he's got clients all over the world, and I was asking him about it, and plus he would post things, and he said, yeah, man. He said, this one company in particular, Cappy, which is what I've got here. He goes, they make a great product, and he goes, about 3 years ago, I built my first one, and then I was just hooked. And he says, it's just saving hundreds of dollars. Because if you were to buy an API, he said, and this is absolutely sounding as good as an API. It's the exact same specs and components.
Yeah.
And he says, you can drop about $800 for that, where this kit was $240.
Oh man, that's cheap. Wow.
Granted, and let me just tell you, I think I had close to 150 solder points, so it ain't for the faint at heart.
Yeah.
And I'd never even done all that. He literally lined me out on, get this temperature-controlled solder iron, get these little clippers, everything. Like, he walked me through it. But
okay.
he goes, this is money well spent, because he said, you get good at this, he goes, if you decide you don't like the pre and you want to move to something else, you can sell it for more than it cost you.
Sure.
And he goes, and if people want you to build them stuff, you can, because now you'll know how. And so
you're using that for like vocals or like overhead?
Well, I just plugged it in last night, and I sort of A-B'd it against my other little pre in there, which is a company called Five Fish, and they're like a boutique company. You can buy them as a kit or complete. I bought it secondhand from my old drum teacher, and it also is a very kind of modeled after an API pre.
Yeah.
And what I found is they were very similar sounding. They had like really clear highs and mids, but this one just had a little bit more fullness in the low end.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not hating the other one. So my first intent, I'm pretty much been running, like I've recorded anything I'm doing single source, like a vocal or a guitar or whatever. I've run through the first one I have. But when I track drums, I've got a Allen and Heath mix wizard, just like the kind Corey has.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because it's got individual outs, I can throw 10, 12 mics on the kit and do that. But I'd been using the Five Fish for the snare top. And for right now, I'll do that. And the new one, the Cappy, I'm probably going to experiment with it on the kick. And but I'm like going, okay, I want to buy another pair so I can have them on the overheads, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and so I've got like the major four covered with the higher end stuff. So
Okay. Yeah, I just went all Audient here. I'm using the, I don't know if you're familiar with the ASP 800. It's a single rack. It's got 8 pre's in it. There's two special channels that, I don't know, have some wizardry that I don't use. But man, they sound fantastic. And it's got,
is that an interface or is that like a whole like 8 channels of pre's or something? What is that?
So it is an interface, but the pre's are the same pre's that they use in like their $100,000 consoles. So that, I mean, the price is just amazing on, it's just under $1,000, I think, for 8 of those pre's.
Okay.
And it's cool because you can daisy chain a whole bunch of them together through light pipe.
Right.
And they've got a little controller. It's called 9014, I think. And then that's USB interface into the computer. So it goes light pipe into the small guy, and then the small guy is kind of the control surface. And man,
I mean, I've heard of Audient. I don't know that particular model, but cool.
Yeah, I wasn't real familiar with their stuff, but we did some recording, the project with Corey, and the dude had a couple banks of these things. I'm just like, man, they sound so good. So I went out and got those, and then I splurged a little bit and got some KM 184s for overheads, and Neumanns or whatever. And man, I'm just really happy. I mean, I could get awesome.
You got a pair of Neumanns, you say?
Yeah, for the
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the 184s, the little pencil mics,
Okay.
I think the original model was like an 84, like way back in the day, and then they kind of revamped them. But yeah, man, it's just amazing the sounds you can get like in your house, It's crazy.